Here we go. Card reveals incoming. The first card reveal is a Yordle, 2 mana, 2/2, a bit understated. Play Manifest a spell from your region that costs 3 or less. Wait, what does Manifest do again? You get 3 options for cards. It's like Invoke, but not Celestial. Okay. That's so strong. Unfortunately, it costs 3 or less, but it's really good. It's 2 RNG, so it's good. What if you have dual region? Well, that's what it says, regions. It's going to give you options from both regions. This, again, these kinds of cards make it less important to have draw in your deck because your hand never runs out of cards. That's a spicy option. Single combat is 2, Twin Disciplines is 2, Noble is 2. Yeah, there's a lot of great options for 3 and under. And then to Yordle, we've yet to see what Yordles really do as a like class type, but that's scary. It's actually it's pretty good. I would definitely run this card. Wow. Off to a good start. Not really much to say. It's good value. I don't understand what's the difference between Invoke and Manifest. So Invoke only gives you options from the Celestial card pool. You know what the Celestial cards are, right? Lucky. You get things like Snake. You get things like the 1 mana Silence. This gives you options from the normal card pool. So if you're playing Bandle City and Ionia, for example, you'll get options of like Ionia cards, like Eye of the Dragon, like Retreat, like whatever. If that makes sense. So it's almost the same thing, but it's non-celestial. All right, pretty solid card. Next, Prank. I'm playing this card. I don't care what it does. 1 mana spell called Prank. Pick one of 2 non-champion cards in the enemy's hand or deck and prank. Wait, okay, that doesn't tell me anything. Tams. I know they posted it, but Tams told me, "Hey, Grappler, you don't need to use Twitter. Grappler, you can use my PowerPoint presentation I made for you." All right, I'm looking for pranks now. Lets you peek at 2 of your opponent's cards and apply a random negative effect to one of them. All right, we found it, boys. We found Prank. Grant -2 power, grant -1 power, and can't block. Yeah. It works on spells. What would it give spells, for example? Okay, so spells and landmarks only has +2 cost. Units +2 cost, -2 power, -1 power, and grant can't block, -1 power, and grant vulnerable, and spells +2. So this costing is very, very good. Actually, it's not. It's not that good. No, it's not. Spending 1 mana to get +2 cost is good. It's not. Make ASOL. Isn't it non-champion? If it could hit champions, it would be good. Non-champion cards. Okay, so here's the problem with this card. This card has a serious problem. Starting off, it can't hit champions. Oh! Okay, never mind. It doesn't have a problem. I thought this was a card you main deck. This is a token. This is a token card. What makes this card? Oh! Okay, dude. Listen, I was gonna say, if you main deck this, you waste 1 card, and he doesn't waste a card. Like, you literally... Sure, you're making his unit cost 2 more, but on the other side, you're losing a card to do that. So, basically, you're gaining 1 mana advantage by losing a card of yours, which is kind of bad. But the fact that this is a generated card from Otterpus, when I'm summoned, create a Prank in hand. Okay, and it has a tune. Wow. Okay, this is way better. This is way better. Never mind. Tams, you put this in the wrong order. I'm sorry, Tams. You put it in the wrong order. All right. Swagger, you're climbing up the ranks slowly but surely. Like, Tams used to be here, and you used to be here. Now with this, you're here, brother, and Tams is here. It's a little bit closer. You've climbed the ladder a little bit. Swagger, good job, brother. Keep up the good work. All right. Otterpus. Now this is way better. This is way stronger. Also, what's pretty cool is this is not fleeting. So that means you can discard this if you want. I do like this card. I don't think this is going to be a karma card. I really don't. Actually, you know what? It could be. Here's the thing. I'm about to tell you something very important. This is very good anti-aggro. Isn't it? Isn't this good anti-aggro? Making Misfortune drop on 5. Making Gangplank drop on 7. On units. Oh, you can't use it on champions. Never mind. It sucks. Oh my god. Non-champion, yeah. Why is it non-champion, dude? If it was champion, it would be so good. You can still read the enemy hand. To an extent. I mean, it's good versus stuff that costs like 12. Like, it's good versus War Mothers. But then you have to hit the War Mothers, and you have to hit... Like, it's good versus War Mothers and the 12 cost from Freljord, what is it called? The other one. Like, there's not that many cards it's broken against. It's good for hand reading. It is, I guess. You can't overcost. Oh, you can't even overcost stuff? Wow. It's hand and deck. Pick one of 2 non-champion cards in enemy's hand or deck. Wait, what does that mean, or deck? So it might actually not even pick stuff in his hand. It targets the hand first. And if there's no cards that are available, you can put it in the deck. Okay, that makes it a bit better. That's a pretty big deal. Against dragons is pretty good, I agree with that. It is pretty good versus dragons. Prank could synergize with Encamp. This is hard to analyze. The fact that it's free to play almost, like this is also in summon a 1/1, right? In all seriousness, this card also summons a 1/1. And because it summons a 1/1, it's better. It is a lot better. This is the weirdest card I've had to analyze in a long time. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm trying to think where it would be helpful. Prankster Karma. I mean, yeah, but like mana 10. Mana 10. Fair drops on 10 or Swain's Boat too. I mean, it has some good applications, but you got to be lucky enough to hit those cards, right? It's 2 cards, maybe. Fizz Activator, sure. What would Prank on mana 10? Good against Plunder. You don't screw up their hand though. You make it a bit worse. I don't know. I'll have to think about this more. I don't want to get stuck on this card, but at the moment, I think it's okay. I don't think it's broken. It's an annoying card for sure. I'll add this to decks that I play that are annoying, for sure. It is annoying to play against. I'll give it that. Can't block, debuff, help aggro. It's really good in this region as well because it creates a card. And there's a lot of create a card synergies, right? In Bandle City. So this might actually be a pretty played card. This might be a very commonly played card. Prankheimer. Continue the reveal. There's another. Alright. Oh! Manifest an Otterpus. Or one of 2 spells from your regions that cost 3 or less. So it's going to be one option for an Otterpus. And 2 other options for other spells from your region. So there's going to be 2 spell options and 1 Otterpus. If I'm not mistaken. Correct? 3 or less. Why is everything 3 or less? Right, and number 3. I don't know what to make of this one either. 3 is a good number, chat. I is good. I mean, this is pretty good with Eye of the Dragon. I agree. This is okay with Zoe if you were going to be playing Zoe in Bandle City, which I'm not sure you will. See, I'm trying to imagine what kind of deck I'm playing this in. That I want to have these cards in hand. I'm trying to figure this out, and I don't know. Fizz, Zoe, Eye of the Dragon. They're all decent. This isn't horrible in Karma either because it gives you double manifests for more spells that are useful. But 3 mana under spells are not that crazy in Ionia. Fizz Victor. This is pretty good for Victor, I'll give you that. For Victor, these cards are actually kind of decent. They do a very good job of leveling him fast. They are good with Fizz as well, I'll agree with that, no problem. And Fizz is in Bandle City, which means you can play whatever other region you want. Okay, I can dig that. Give your low-cost spell on burst. For Heimer 2, I don't think for Heimer is that important. Why is this good for Heimer? I mean, you don't want the 1-drops on Heimer. You usually want to have a bit more expensive units on board. Turbo Victor, Fizz Victor, possibly. I'm gonna pass on. A lot of prank cards. What? Now that's not bad. That's not a bad card at all. 2 mana, 2/1 elusive is already insane stats. Alright, Chad. Level with me here. How hard was Swim Craigasming when he saw this? Huh? Pretty hard? Very hard? Yeah? I figured. Holy crap. Now that's insane. Nexus Strike, create a prank in hand. That's really, really good. I dig this. That's scary. Beats the 3 mana 2/1 draw. Yeah, it's 1 mana cheaper. Prank is not a fleeting. I'm aware of that. So you can use this as discard fodder, which is crazy as well. Like, this is really good discard fodder as well. Like, you can play this in a Jinx deck really easily. Not even Jinx deck, like a burn aggro deck. It's going to be a 1/1 in a month. We'll have to wait and see, but This on its own, like a 2-mana 2/1 elusive is scary on its own. Yeah, I'm not really gonna be playing this card much. I'm not a huge fan of elusives. I think it's a strong archetype. I think this is gonna be kind of scary to play against. Wow, I like this. Again, not really my playstyle. None of these cards really are my playstyle that much. I mean, I like the prank idea. I think prank is pretty cool. But am I gonna be playing a prank deck? Maybe. Maybe I do play a deck that controls the opponent's hand state. Maybe. More prank, dude? 4 mana, 4/3, when someone create 2... 2? Wait, can prank stack on the same unit? Can you prank the same unit twice or not? Yes? Okay. Alright, let's compare this to... I mean, it's basically a chump wump, right? 4 mana, 4/3, get 2... It was not always here, chat. It's not new. It's been there forever. I don't believe it. Look at Timo he has. Well, of course, now he has it, chat. He didn't used to have this. The trap keyword was not a thing. It's very old. I don't believe... Nope, nope, nope. This was never a thing, chat. This was never a thing. I'm being lied to. Don't lie to me, chat. Alright. So we know that Benemone gives you 2 of these. Very similar to the Peddler. That's a lot of pranks. Like, that's the reason you play Puffcat Peddler for like 2 cards in hand. You can like rummage those cards, but rummage is a lot weaker now. If you're gonna have that many pranks, you're not gonna want to play them all, and that also means that you're probably... You know what? This might be one of the answers to mid-range. Mostly for the +2 cost. Like, this is a tempo card. It's 2 mana, force your opponent to play 4 mana. That's kind of scary. It is a scary, scary tempo gain. So, let's look at this as a 3 mana 4/3. Would you play a 3 mana 4/3 with nothing else? No, he's not, because he gets 2 pranks. No. A 2 mana 4/3. Sorry. A 2 mana 4/3, would you play it? You would, right? You'd definitely play a 2 mana 4/3. Guys, would you... Okay, listen, chat. Quick question. Would you play a 1/1 that gives you 1 mana? Yay or nay? Would you play a 1/1 that gives you 1 mana? Let's say this had Attune 2. 1 mana, 1/1, Attune 2. It gives you 2 spell mana. It's a... Like, would you play this if it was a 1-cost 1/1? Would you play Eager Apprentice if it was a 1 mana 1/1? You would, right? I think I would. I think I would play it. Well, that's what this is. This costs 1 mana to reduce your opponent by 2 mana. That's pretty good. That's pretty decent. Now, you're relying on the fact that you're going to hit that, but still, it's worth it. I like it. With this new way to analyze this card, we can actually say that this is a good card. This is a pretty decent card. Like, every time you strike the Nexus, your opponent loses 1 mana. How good is that? Nexus strike, your opponent loses 1 mana. That's pretty strong. Same thing here. This is a 2 mana 4/3. Pretty strong. Now, that's only considering the fact that we get the 2 mana increase in cost. But the -2 power is kind of scuffed. The other ones are not as good, unfortunately. But actually, minus power can be pretty good in a lot of things. Things like aggro decks that rely on elusives. It can be really good as well. So, actually, yeah, I'm changing my mind. This is a really cool idea to beat mid-range that relies on getting a tempo advantage. I like this a lot. This is very, very cool. I'm changing my mind here. I mean, can't block is good too. It is. It is very good. Versus Lifesteal is very good. Versus, yeah, fantastic. 4-tech Rune Runner, exactly. This is really good. Can't be used in champions, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I still think this is playable. Okay, I've changed my mind. Prank is actually decent. Next, Tricksy Tentacles. Your opponent discards their lowest cost card. It can discard champions. That's a thing. With Karma, it's a double discard. It can discard champions. But it's 2 mana. It's so expensive. Listen, this is amazing with Karma, by the way. Mana 10, Karma, this is actually insane value. It's better than Hunt the Weak. Even though Hunt the Weak is burst, isn't it? No, it's slow. What a power creep, dude. I thought this was burst and nobody plays it. Slow? Hunt the Weak is slow? What? Now that's a power creep. Weak against axes, I agree. It is. It's bad versus axes. It's bad versus a lot of stuff. I don't think it's a very good card, but it remains to be said. It can be very useful versus a lot of different deck archetypes. I actually think this is decent versus... it's bad versus aggro? Not necessarily. No. Because a lot of times aggro is top decking, right? Aggro wastes their entire hand and then they start top decking cards. Well, when it goes to your turn, they discard whatever they top decked. It's good mid-game versus aggro. Before they're killing you. Because they top deck Decimates, they top deck a lot of stuff that are slow. A lot of units that are annoying. Jinx Rocket, you get screwed for sure. There's a lot of good things you can do with this. Versus aggro. Target on speed counter. God dang it. Interesting card. I'm going to definitely experiment with this. I think it's cool with Karma. I like the idea of this in Karma. Next card. Short Tooth. Cute, but how do you make him? You know, my dog does this all the time. My dog bites my hand and starts dragging me, but he bites it in a way that doesn't hurt me. So I'm gonna assume this is a cute thing, not an evil thing. So let's see how you make that. All right. 7 mana, 6/6. When allies attack, spend 1 spell mana to summon an attacking Short Tooth. You are spending mana to summon it, to summon the Short Tooth. The Short Tooth. It's 1 spell mana. Yeah, well that's significant. You have 1 mana less every single turn when you attack. Glorious Evolution, you won't have to. That's not true. You'll still have to spend 1 spell mana if you play Glorious Evolution. Guys, I know I'll have... Oh my god. I'm aware of that. You're going to have the mana no matter what because of a tune. I'm saying, in general, it's a bit of a loss of mana. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not a horrible card. It has Overwhelm. It's usually going to give you value. This isn't a fleeting unit. Like, this is actually a unit that stays, right? So, it's not that bad. Like, this is definitely worth 1 spell mana. I don't mind this. Because if they don't block it, you keep it as a blocker next turn. I don't think it's horrible. It's Shark Dance, worse than Hydrovine? Of course it's worse than Hydrovine. Most things are worse than Hydrovine. Hydrovine's insane. And you have to attack in order to proc this, but 1 mana 4/2 is very good. It is. It is. I like this card. Think of it this way, 7 mana, 10/8 in stats, and it only gives you more and more every time you attack. It's not bad. I kid you not. I think this might fit in Misfortune Blade Dance. No, Aurelia Bandle City, because Misfortune wouldn't be able to fit. You can't have all 3 regions. No, you can! Even though this is solo Bandle City, you don't have to play Bandle City. You can play Ionia Bilgewater with this. This can fit in Ionia Bilgewater. Yeah, that's not a bad addition at all. This is really good. They're lacking like mid-game options. Mid to late game options. That deck does kind of start running out of steam. This is just... Because here's the problem with Misfortune, Blade Dance. If you don't draw Misfortune, you'll lose the game. In the Shurima version, you can find Azir, you can find the Deus, and you can find like the other way. There's multiple cards that make Blade Dance strong. Bilgewater only really has Misfortune. Everything else... Yeah, Tuskmaster, yeah. This is another option to make that card strong. Even though it's 7 mana... It's a strong body. It's not really dying easily. It doesn't get removed easily. And it gives you value right away once you Blade Dance. So I think this is solid. 6 HP is hard to get rid of. This is never attacking on its own. It's a good card for Scouts. It's okay with Scouts, but I don't think you're going to play this with Demacia. I think Blade Dance is just way better. Because you want to be able to attack like 4 times in 1 turn, right? Getting 4 Shark Tooths is insane. 4 mana that replaces spell mana and you draw and you summon 3 units. Sure. Field Musicians. It's okay. I like this. I think this is actually solid. Alright. Next, we have Shell Game. 5 mana burst. I love it. Karma card already. I can already tell. Refill your spell mana. Give an ally elusive and 1/1 this. That's not bad. Wait, why is it crap? That's not bad, dude. This is a Karma card. Almost. This is important for 2 reasons. It's very good for blocking open attack from elusives. So, usually elusives open attack. They don't build board before attacking because they're afraid of board wipes. So, this is a great way to block, and because you're gonna spend your spell mana before you refill it, which means you're always getting your mana back, to a sense. So, 2 mana, 2 unit mana to give something elusive and 1/1. It's a decent blocker. Not as good as Demasia's one, but it's really good offensively too. So you got to ask yourself, when would you use this offensively? It's a 5 mana sharp sight. It's a 2 mana sharp sight, you papayas. That you can use offensively. Offensively. Luxheimer support. Maybe. It's a double elusive proc with Fizz. That's true. I think it's a cool card. I like that it exists. I like options that can help you survive versus aggro. And I like ways to be able to get... I mean, this is actually not even that horrible with Sivir, right? You drop this on Sivir, you all of a sudden you're getting yourself elusive and everything. Only costs 2 mana. And now I wonder if Sivir... I mean, guys, that's if you were not playing Ionia. If you had a reason to play Sivir Bandle City, I'm saying. Bandle City Sivir. If that's a thing, this is a decent card. It's a decent win con. Make your entire board elusive. This is a cool idea. I like the card. I think it's okay. I think it's okay for what it does. There are metas, there are decks you would play maybe one of these. I don't think you play multiple of them. It's a nice card. I like it. It can work with Zed, sure. Yes, it can. Not on the turn you play Zed, unfortunately. But if you're attacking on evens, you play Zed, then you open with this. It's pretty strong. All right. Not really the greatest reveals I've ever seen in my life, to be honest. I was hoping for something a bit more exciting to build around. I think the most exciting card there was probably the Prank synergy. Like, it gives me some deck building ideas. It gives me some ideas for making greedier decks that can actually survive to mana 10. Because you slow down your opponent more than he wants you to slow him down. You make his hand slower. It's not bad. Alright, dude. Yeah, the only thing that could have been better... Listen. See, here's the thing. When I miss allegiance... I sink under the chair, chat. This is what it should have been. I edited the meme as you requested. That's so much better, dude. That's so much better. All right. That's great. That's way better.